Everyone, please remain standing for the national anthem.
Jana Mana Adhinayak Jaya He Bharat Bhagya Vidhata Punjab Sindh Gujarat Maratha Dravida Utkala Vanga Vindhya Himachala Yamuna Ganga Uchchala Jaladhi Taranga तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
His Excellency Shri Nath Kovind, the Honorable 14th President of India, Her Excellency Srimati Savita Kovind, the First Lady of India, His Excellency Shri Arif Muhammad Khan, the Honorable Governor of Kerala, Sri M.B. Rajesh, the Honorable Minister of Excise, Sri Advocate G. Stephen MLA, other invited dignitaries on and off stage, faculties, students, ladies and gentlemen, a very warm good morning to you all. I am Nikita Meriedes, PharmD intern of the Daleview College of Pharmacy and Research Center, and on behalf of the Daleview Group of Institutions, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to all of you. Prayer is the best weapon to win our unseen battles. May I invite the college choir to invoke the Almighty through a prayer song. Thank you. To begin with, I would like to invite Dr. Deena Das, CS, Chairman, the Daleview College of Pharmacy and Research Center, to deliver the welcome address. Ma'am, please.
Most respected 14th President of India, His Excellency Shri Nath Kovind ji, His Excellency Governor of Kerala Shri Arif Muhammad Khan ji, Honorable Minister of Excise Shri M.P. Rajesh sir, Honorable MLA Advocate G. Stephen sir, other distinguished guests on the dais, respected invitees, members of media, ladies and gentlemen. I am honored and privileged to welcome this distinguished gathering to the trailblazing achievement of dedicating the Science and Research Library in the name of His Excellency Shri Nath Kovind. I would like to express our gratitude to his family and Rashtrapati Ji himself for accepting our request and gracing this auspicious occasion today. Knowledge gives discipline, and from disciplines come worthiness. From worthiness, one gets wealth, and from wealth, one does good deeds, and from that, we get joy. The grit of social change through academic achievements erected in the minds of people is part of history. Over the years, the founders of the Daleview, Kristida Sir and Shantadas, has proved it. Through the initiatives of rural library, youth clubs, and schools, they brought in change in the value and social system of the society. On the onset of the dedication of library, we are once again remembering their humble efforts and emphasize the need of knowledge system for the sustainable future of our country. Value can be valued only if value is understood in the right perspective. Knowledge gained over years is experience, and knowledge and experience together will give us the wisdom to know the right vision to be used for the benefit of oneself, society, and nation at large. Today, we live in a society which has no awareness about value of good self. Today, we live in a society where ethics and integrity is questioned for mass opinion, and people with value are mentally tortured or singled out. It is in this context that our beloved Rashtrapati Ji has shown the true example of mentoring the younger minds to update their knowledge and gain wisdom by donating books to our library. Together with His Excellency, the Daleview Group of institutions, which is in the southernmost part of the country, ensures that the younger generation is getting equal opportunity to learn, unlearn, and relearn at par with the students from metro cities of our country and of the rest of the world. And for this library on wheels will also be initiated in the future. I'm sure many eminent personalities will inculcate and demonstrate this great example by our beloved President. For the younger generation of rural India, and Honorable President Ji is always a leader by example. On this auspicious day of the dedication of the library, we are truly grateful to His Excellency Sri Nath Kovind Ji for accepting our invitation and gracing this function with His esteemed presence. On behalf of everyone assembled here, I extend a very warm welcome to you, Your Excellency. Welcome, sir. I look at both Rashtrapati Ji and Governor Ji as two strongest pillars of modern India, highly knowledgeable, courageous, yet very compassionate. As is the mind, so is the speech. As is the speech, so is the action. Of the good people, there is uniformity in mind, speech, and action. Most Honorable Governor of Kerala, Sri Arif Muhammad Khan Ji, is a person who has uniformity in mind, speech, and action. A politician, a writer, a reformer, a great human being, a mentor, moreover, a guardian to us, who has been with us during our toughest times. Definitely, we are truly lucky and blessed to have His Excellency Sri Arif Ji to inaugurate the library today. With great pride and gratitude, on behalf of everyone assembled here, I extend a very, very warm welcome to the People's Governor of Kerala, Sri Arif Muhammad Khan Ji. Sir, welcome. The occasion is also graced with the extreme presence of most respected Srimati Savita Kumji. With a lot of respect, I extend a warm welcome to Madam, you also. Welcome, ma'am. Sri MP Rajesh, Honorable Minister of Excise, is a politician with extensive experience working in administrative areas and with youth. A model politician, we are truly honored with your presence, sir, and on behalf of everyone, I extend a heartfelt welcome to you also, sir. We are also honored with the esteemed presence of Advocate G. Stephen, MLA, who is very supportive in the endeavors of the Daleview. We value your presence, and wholeheartedly, I extend a warm welcome to you also, sir. Off the dais, we have respected Swati Kovind, City Police Commissioners, Administrators, Superintendent of Police, Deputy Collectors, Administrators, and Government Secretaries, and well-wishers, Panchayat Presidents, and other elected representatives. Representatives of press, and also many other respected personalities from the society. Your presence today adds values to the efforts taken by Rashtrapati Ji and the Daleview. With deep gratitude, I extend a warm welcome to all of you. The support of staff and students of the Daleview fraternity need a special mention. The long wait for His Excellency's gracious visit and the preparations were really exciting for all of us. I take this opportunity to thank for their positive spirit and wholeheartedly I extend a warm welcome to all of you. We truly understand that many of you have made a huge effort to join us today. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Daleview, we are deeply grateful and offer you our most grateful welcome. Welcome you all once again. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Thank you, ma'am. Next, may I invite Sri M.B. Rajesh, the Honorable Minister of Excise, Government of Kerala, to address the audience. Sir, please.
Honorable Governor of Kerala, Shri Arif Muhammad Khan Ji, Honorable former President of India, Shri Nath Kovind Ji, Honorable MLA Shri G. Stephen, other dignitaries on and off the dais, and my dear friends. At the very outset, let me begin with expressing my gratitude towards the Daleview for inviting me to this occasion, the inauguration of the International Science and Research Library. And I'm extremely happy that today we have the presence of Honorable former President of India, Shri Nath Kovind Ji. I would like to thank him for his visit. This will be a source of great inspiration for all of us, especially the students of this institution. Thank you, Nath Kovind Ji. I am aware that the Daleview since 1972 has strived to attain the upliftment of economically weaker section and marginalized sections of the society. I have come across that the Daleview is excelling in the following areas: education, health, women empowerment, agriculture, and environmental development activities. I am aware that the organization was also honored by the visit of His Excellency Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, former President of India. We have convened here today for the new initiative of the Daleview International Science and Research Library. I wish them all the best for this stupendous pilot project, and I am honored to be a part of its dawn. I hope that this International Science and Research Library will give great contribution in promoting scientific temper as enshrined in the fundamental duties of our Constitution. As you all know, Kerala is a land of educated and qualified intellects, and it has equipped itself to stand on the podium in par with the developed Scandinavian nations in these aspects. It is the only Indian state to achieve literacy rate of approximately 100%. This achievement was not built in a day, but the efforts inculcated through a massive literacy movement and educational system tunneled with people-centric equations. This has not only transcribed a community of voracious readers, but created a form of social progress wherein the people of Kerala, irrespective of their age, tuned to the ascriptions of Leo Tolstoy to Gabriel Garcia Marquez, and devote the volumes of Paulo Coelho to Yuval Noah Harari, dissolving the boundaries of language. I would also like to happily share that Kerala is having one of the biggest network of rural libraries in the state. We have more than 10,000 rural libraries in the state, and these rural libraries is helping Kerala to maintain its nature of inclusivity. this huge network of rural libraries is instrumental in maintaining Kerala as an inclusive society. People of Kerala has experienced the lives of people of other parts of the world, people of other continents through their reading. They have experienced the culture, their art, everything through books. So the reading habit of people of Kerala have opened the doors of various continents before them. Even the football craze, which is seen today among the Malayalis, can be attributed to his internationalism emerged from leafing through the reprints of Latin American literature, which has made deep-seated brotherhood with legendary players of Latin America. It wouldn't be hard to digest in this backdrop that the story that sold unsurmountable copies and indisputable debates in Kerala has originated from Higuita, penned by N.S. Madhavan based on the life of the Colombian goalkeeper. Such deep is his frolicking forays for fiction. Modernization has revolutionized our reading habits. Now, any print from any part of the world is available at the tap of our finger. Long gone are the days of struggle to attain a copy of a book that had become an obsession, as rightly elucidated in Ramaniyam Urukalam by Kerala's writing maestro M.T. Vasudevan Nair, inflicting his voyage to acquire a copy of Changambura's Ramanan. Kerala has already laid anchors for digitalizing our libraries. It is my profound pride as the local self-government minister to tell the tale of such a village in Kerala. The Pullampara Panchayat of Trivandrum has attained 100% digital literacy, by which they were able to educate the localities, be it in the 5-year-old or 100-year-old, localites, be it in the 5-year-old or 100-year-old, regarding the digital world consisting of e-learning, Gmail, Facebook, WhatsApp, e-banking and e-commerce. Mail Panchayat of Kannur requires a special mention in this context. In the available, the Panchayat has resurrected 34 libraries, dawning as the first Panchayat in India to digitally connect to each of them. A single Panchayat has built 34 digital libraries in their locality. Government of Kerala is striving to build a knowledge-based economy in the state. You may be aware that the state-of-art's first graphene innovation center in India, collaborating with Manchester University, is being developed in Kerala. Graphene is celebrated as a wonder material having immense chance of technological exploration, which can be incorporated in mobile industry, defense, biomedical and electronic fields, creating revolutionary changes. I hope that your endeavor will promote the already transpiring higher education system of Kerala. And I'm sure that this International Science and Research Library will be extremely useful for researchers, students, and various other sections who are interested in science and technology. I extend my heartiest well wishes to this establishment by Dale View to its soaring ascent to the zenith of literary zeal and be an asset for Kerala's new era. With these words, I conclude my presidential address. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Next, may I invite His Excellency Sri Arif Muhammad Khan, the Honorable Governor of Kerala, for addressing the audience. Your Excellency, please.
परम आदरणीय पूर्व राष्ट्रपति माननीय श्री रामनाथ कोविंद जी, आदरणीय श्रीमती सविता कोविंद जी, ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर फॉर लोकल सेल्फ गवर्नमेंट एंड एक्साइज and a very energetic and erudite minister, Shri M.B. Rajesh, Shrimati Dr. Deena Das, CS Chairperson, Daleview Group, Advocate G. Stephen, Shri Sham, Community Coordinator, Daleview Group, dear fellow students and respected teachers, ladies and gentlemen, Elavarkum and Te Vandanam. I am so happy to be present here at the inaugural ceremony of Ram Nath Kovind International Science and Research Library at Daleview, Thiruvananthapuram. It is our proud privilege to have our former President, Shri Ramnath Kovind ji, to grace this occasion when this International Science Library has been opened. Let me express to you, sir, on behalf of the state government and people of Kerala, among whom I include myself, a very cordial welcome to you and your family. We have been looking forward to this visit for many days, and we are happy that you were able to accept our invitation and grace this occasion. I should like to tell you, sir, how deeply we appreciate the presence of Shrimati Savita Kovind and Ms. Swati Kovind. If you continue to rule the hearts even after demitting the office, Mrs. Kovind rules you. And therefore it is difficult to put in words how important is the visit of yours to us. The management and staff of Daleview, particularly Mrs. Deena Das and Mr. Elfie, deserve our wholehearted appreciation for setting up this facility so that the students, many of whom are from the rural community, could benefit from it. Founded by late Shri C. Kristudas and late Shrimati Shanta Das in 1978, Daleview has been empowering the weaker sections through employment opportunities, vocational training, livelihood projects, and rural housing initiatives. Having collaborated with national and international agencies, it has now developed into a network of institutions in education, health, women development, agriculture, environment, and welfare. And recently, you have started a center for the rehabilitation of people who suffer from drug abuse. I am informed that the campus library, which has been renovated and dedicated in honor of our former president, has over 30,000 books and other resources. Much more than the dedication of a library, what we witness today is a commitment towards honoring the visionary leadership and inspirational service of towering personalities who have done our nation proud. It is only natural that the exemplary statesmanship of Shri Nath Kovind ji has inspired Daleview to implement this splendid project. We recall how the Daleview campus had founded the Dr. Kalam Smriti International to educate the youth and rural community about the vision of our former President, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, whose ideals continue to ignite young minds. All over the world, libraries have been serving mankind by providing knowledge long before we began to consider access to information as an inviolable right of citizens. The expectation from a library reflects in the words of a great writer of the 20th century, George Louis Borges. He said, "I have always imagined that paradise will be a kind of library." The library has always meant a place for books and periodicals. That is why in English language, the collective noun for the word book range from a pile of books to a library of books. However, with the coming of new technologies, the contents of a library have widened from books and periodicals to films, DVDs, e-books, audiobooks, databases, and other electronic formats. With the internet making library access easier, we can visit libraries sitting at home, and they continue to be the storehouse of energy that fuels human imagination. At the dedication of this International Science and Research Library, I am reminded of how Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan, one of our former president and celebrated teacher, defined education. He said, "Education is the means by which the youth is trained to serve the cause of drastic social and economic change. Nations become back numbers if they do not reckon with the developments of the age." India's tradition of scholarship and original thinking have reflected in many scientific theories and inventions, and therefore independent India rightly believed it an inherent obligation for our country to participate fully in the march of science. We all know that science is the major driver of social change, and rightly our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji recently referred to science as the basis of solutions, evolution, and innovation, and emphasized that today's new India is moving forward with Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, and Jai Anusandhan. Such encomiums showered on science would also remind us of the sterling role Indian scientists played in developing the vaccine against COVID and their contribution to the world's biggest vaccine drive. Facilities like this International Science and Research Library would certainly promote such a celebration of science, which has been emphasized by our new education policy as well. A library also calls to mind the role of the modern librarian, which is far more than mere issuing and maintaining books. I would like to conclude with a word to the students who would be utilizing this international science and research library. A really educated man, a man of letters, must be a lover of reading. There is a beautiful one-line quote. The readers of today are leaders of tomorrow. He must be able to understand, he must be able to feel unhappy if he is not doing some real reading in his life. The true friend of education is an enfranchised soul, a being who is free from all prejudices and presuppositions and looks upon all human beings as one's own kith and kin, as outlined by one of our Upanishad, Yastu Sarvani Bhutani Atmanye Vanu Pashyati Sarva Bhuteshu Chatmanam Tatona Viju Guptse. Means one who has trained one's mind, her mind, to treat everybody as one's own, then no scope is left for that person to nurse any, what to say of hatred, to nurse even aversion for anybody. We have been exhorted to be ever devoted to the pursuit of learning and adapting it to local context. Tapa swadhyay nirittam. What we read and how we read are certainly important, but ensuring that we regularly read both in our mother tongue and in other languages is important. A library can give you great books, which in turn has the potential to give us great men. There are books for all time. There are books for our time. We should try to understand the books for all time, the classics. Their lessons are all pervading, are eternal in their value. The classics are the contemporaries of all ages. They do not belong merely to our age. They belong to all ages. A book is also, remember, that a book is different from other media of communication. It requires us to be alone. It requires us to be silent. It requires us to sit with concentrated attention on the book which we are reading. In other words, we must develop the quality of silent meditation if we want to absorb the contents of any particular book. One of our popular verses tells us, Sansar Vishvirakshasya Dui Phale Amrito Pame Kavve Amrit Rasa Swada Sallapa Sajjana Ne Saha. This world has been compared with a poisonous tree, but this poisonous tree yields two fruits of incomparable value, which really benefit mankind. And these two fruits have been described as the classics, the books, and the company of noble souls. I wish that every moment we spend in the library will train our intellect with brighter ideas and ennoble our hearts with greater grace and willingness to serve humanity with our knowledge. With these words, I invite our very respected former Rashtrapati ji for his inaugural remarks. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu, valde nanni, Jai Hind.
we will have a quick session before President's speech. For the first time in India, President Nath Kovind International Science and Research Library, in collaboration with the Department of Post, the Government of India, a postal stamp is being released to honor His Excellency Sri Nath Kovind, the Honorable 14th President of India. May I invite His Excellency Sri Arif Muhammad Khan, the Honorable Governor of Kerala, for releasing the stamp. Thank you, Your Excellency. His Excellency Sri Nath Kovind served as the 14th President of India from 2017 to 2022. Prior to his presidency, he served as the 26th Governor of Bihar from 2015 to 2017 and as a Member of Parliament Rajya Sabha from 1994 to 2006. Before entering politics, he was a lawyer for 16 years and practiced in the Delhi High Court and Supreme Court of India until 1993. Now, with utmost respect, may I invite His Excellency Sri Nath Kovind, the Honorable 14th President of India, for the Chief Guest Address. Your Excellency, please.
The Governor of Kerala, Sri Arif Muhammad Khan ji, Minister of Excise in the Government of Kerala, Sri M.B. Rajesh ji, Member of Kerala Legislative Assembly, Sri G. Stephen ji, the Chairman of Daleview College of Pharmacy and Research Center, Dr. Deena Nath ji, other dignitaries present in the audience, dear students, ladies and gentlemen. It is always a great privilege and delight for me to be here in this divine and beautiful land. I have been here in Kerala many times, but this time it is a very humbling and rather unusual experience to be present at this ceremony about our library and learning center, and that has been given my name. Thank you, Daleview. Thank you all for this function. This institution in general and the Daleview College of Pharmacy and Research Center in particular are committed to a great cause. Our tradition has rightly glorified the practice of helping others. Paropkaraya satam vibhutaya, which means that the noble people are born to help others. The founder of this outstanding institution, Mr. C. Krishtu Das, and his wife, Mrs. J. Santa Das, were visionaries who had a dream to transform a small village, Punalal, into one of the pioneering centers of knowledge in Kerala. One of the greatest sons of India and my illustrious predecessor, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, had also visited this place. I will refer to one of his most popular and inspiring statements. I quote, "A dream is not that which you see while sleeping. It is something that does not let you sleep," unquote. I have noted that even the current president, Srimati Draupadi Murmu ji, has also paid a visit to Daleview when she was the governor of Jharkhand. This is an expression of confidence in your institution by people of high values and eminence. Today, as we look back at the success of the founder couple's drive in making their dreams true, we realize the value of their great legacy. I am glad to note that in Dr. Deena Das, this institution has found an able successor to build upon the high traditions of this institution. I wish Dr. Das all success in her noble endeavors for this institution. My dear students, one of the greatest icons of India, Swami Vivekananda, had a very clear vision for the youth of India and their education. He had said that shaping a person into a good human being should be the ideal goal for all the efforts for education and training. That means that the inner core of the person is to be made sensitive and compassionate. But instead of that, most institutions are busy developing external personality and skills. Even otherwise, during my deliberations with the people at large, speaking on the subject of education, I always emphasized that the prime object of education must be to make a student a good human being. If that good human being in real life, in a family, happens to be a father, he would prove to be a good father. If he happens to be a husband, he will certainly prove to be a good husband. And in his social life or vocational life, if he happens to be a teacher, a doctor, and even a leader, then he is bound to prove to be a good teacher, a good doctor, and a good leader. Therefore, the sole object, the core issue for development of education must be to make a student a good human being. Thank you. Dear friends, this external polish remains incomplete without the internal refinement. Education should be the conscience keeper of an individual. It should not merely be a means of livelihood and material success. Since this event is related to learning, I want to share certain thoughts expressed by the learned people. The first President of India, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, is well known for his brilliance as a student and a scholar, in addition to his glory as a freedom fighter. Once, addressing students in Varanasi, he said, and I quote, "A genuine pursuit of knowledge creates in the heart of the learner an undying passion to widen the horizons of his knowledge," unquote. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a popularly held view that economies like India are going to become the leading economies in the 21st century. The leadership position of India will depend on its becoming a knowledge hub. As we all know, we are living in the era of knowledge economy. I am happy to note that India is emerging as one of the prime movers of knowledge-based economy. India is increasing its contribution among the top countries in the area of scientific research as well. Space exploration is a shining example of our scientific excellence. With its moon missions and polar satellite launch vehicle, India is now regarded to be among the top 5 nations in the field of space research. We have successfully demonstrated multi-satellite launch capabilities also. I am glad to share with you that I will be visiting the Vikram Sarabhai Space Center tomorrow to participate in the celebration of 200th launch of Rohini 200 sounding rocket series. Ladies and gentlemen, our educational institutions have to be more actively contribute more to scientific research and development. We need a dynamic and close interaction between the academic institutions, the industry and the centers which apply state-of-the-art technology in practical use. We also need to focus more on fundamental sciences and research. It has been observed that most of our students prefer to study technology rather than basic sciences. One of the reasons for this is greater opportunities for lucrative jobs in the industry after acquiring technology degrees. We need to motivate our talented youngsters to take up basic sciences and also create opportunities for them. Capabilities in fundamental sciences and research result in big innovations. Countries with greater innovativeness have been leading the world. India's aspiration to be a world leader makes it necessary for us to become leaders in fundamental sciences and research. Ladies and gentlemen, India is now being seen as the pharmacy of the world. A vibrant pharmaceutical industry in India is leading source of path-breaking innovations in this field. It is very encouraging to see India leading in the area of developing and providing life-saving medicines at affordable prices. As we all know, in combating the COVID pandemic, India not only administered more than 200 crore vaccine doses to our countrymen, our pharma industry was able to supply vaccines to more than 70 countries. This was made possible by the efforts of the scientists and manufacturers engaged in the pharmaceutical sector in India. The COVID-19 pandemic has also demonstrated the wisdom of India's eternal approach of considering the whole world to be one family, that is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very happy to learn that Daleview has taken 48 years to reach the point where we stand today. We must all appreciate their efforts, their towering efforts, their continued efforts. In the Daleview College of Pharmacy and Research Center, I can see the potential to prepare and groom our young talents who would be making their valuable contribution to the pharmacy field. The library that has been inaugurated today is likely to be an effective learning forum for the students. I am also glad to know that the state of Kerala has developed a concept of rural libraries, and this is a very appreciative move they have been doing in this field for the last so many years. I congratulate the state of Kerala for this initiative, and I wish the other states of India should also follow this practice. I once again wish the institution all success in its noble endeavors and thereby contribute to healthcare and the making of a developed India. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Now let me invite Mr. Shyam Kumar, Community Coordinator, the Daleview Group of Institutions, to propose a vote of thanks. Sir, please.
Namaskaram. His Excellency Shri Nath Kovind ji, the Honorable 14th President of India, His Excellency Shri Arif Muhammad Khan ji, the Honorable Governor of Kerala, First Lady Srimati Savitha Kovind ji, the Honorable Minister of Excise, Government of Kerala, Shri MP Rajesh sir, Honorable MLA G. Stephen sir, Chairman, the Daleview College of Pharmacy and Research Center, Dr. Dinadas Madam, and everyone gathered here. Today, I feel incredibly honored and privileged to have been allowed to extend a vote of thanks of his auspicious occasion. One of the dreams of our beloved founders of the Daleview Group of Institutions fulfilled today. We are also in the history once again. Paying due respect and homage to their memories, I would like to enter the duty entrusted on me. On behalf of our organization, whole fraternity, I sincerely thank the Chief Guest, His Excellency Shri Nath Kovind, the 14th President of India, whose esteemed presence on this occasion. You are truly an inspirational personality for all of us, sir. Thank you, Your Excellency. His Excellency Shri Arif Muhammad Khan, Honorable Governor of Kerala, his presence today in this function immensely enhanced its importance. We thank you, Your Excellency, from the bottom of our hearts for accepting our invitation and also inaugurating the library dedicated to the 14th President, His Excellency Shri Nath Kovind ji. I also extend our heartfelt thanks to the First Lady Srimati Savitha Kovind ji and Srimati Swati Kovind for their gracious presence on this occasion. On behalf of Daleview, I extend a heartfelt thanks to our Honorable Minister of Excise, Government of Kerala, Sri MP Rajesh sir, who spent time for this busiest schedule to grace this occasion. Thank you, sir. On behalf of our institution, I extend a heartfelt thanks to Advocate G. Stephen sir, MLA, Arivikara constituency. Thank you, sir. Next, on behalf of all of you gathered here, I extend our sincere thanks to our chairman, Dr. Dinadas. Thank you, madam. We are immensely thankful to Sri Divindas C.S. sir, the Director of Daleview, and Additional Director Dinadas sir for their enormous cooperation and support for this function. An event like this cannot happen overnight. The wheels start rolling months ago. It required planning and bird's eye for details. A special mention to Dr. Saiju David Alfie sir, CEO and Managing Director, the man behind this event, who worked really hard to make this celebration happen. With a deep sense of appreciation, we, the Daleview fraternity, thank Dr. Saiju David Alfie for his untiring effort. I would like to thank all the respected representatives who have blessed us with their presence. Finally, our sincere gratitude goes to the Department of Police, press and other dedicated personalities and the organizing team who are well versed in their job. Thanks to everyone for attending the biggest day in the history of our institution. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Please remain standing as the dignitaries leave the hall.